Uh-huh. Who wants to be a Melvinaire? It's a manhood movement, constant elevation, every day we improving. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, I think you should tune in. It's more than a podcast, it's a family reunion. Melvinaires, my nigga Mel up in here. You know Rome, he the plug, no telling who might appear. Could be one of your favorite rappers, community activists, businessmen and women to the shooters and savages. Melvinaires, yeah, we Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Uh-huh, yeah, we Melvinaires. Listen, you still a baby boy. This is manhood shit.
Yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's the almighty Melvinaire Podcast, man. We back in the building one time for your mind, no doubt, baby. I'm your host, none other, Rome the Plug, a.k.a. Slim with the tilted brim, BKA, macaroni with the cheese. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody call me that shit, yo, but that shit sound good, though. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, man, we back, baby. Yo, welcome back, man. Tonight is Suttle Vol.2, and we gonna be talking about the correlation between mental health, the mental health epidemic, and drugs. So, just kind of go into it, bro. Like, for what I do, I work in the public. So, like, I come across any and all types of individuals, right? Super smart, from the smartest, sharpest individuals you could think of, yo, to the dullest, most off-track individuals you could think of. You know what I mean? So, in between that, like, I bump into all of them. Not only that, I have a 5-year, probably say like, it's really 7. Like a 7-year mental health background, man. I was a counselor, you know what I mean, in a few different phases. I mentored people, you know, from a clinical level and a few different other things, man, you know. So I don't have a degree. I'm not a professor or nothing like that, but I'm just a guy who know a little something. It's different now. Today is different. And as a 40-year-old man, understanding the time that we're in, it's strange times, man. And the drugs, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people I bumped into, like, yo, even, I don't know if anybody paying attention to boxing, but even with, like, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney got a fight coming up. And Ryan Garcia is, like, kind of wilding out online, you know what I mean, saying, you know, he's been to Bohemian Grove and he was raped, R word at 2 years old, pause. Few different things, man, but a lot of these things be correlating with bad dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll go back to a bad trip. Like, y'all ever seen Crackheads Going Wild?
Yeah.
Yo, Crackheads Going Wild that should be a real documentary, bro.
Oh, it's a documentary called Crackheads Going Wild?
Yo, bro, from DVD era, yo, it's a DVD out. In the DVD era, bro, it was Crackheads Going Wild. And it was literally like bum, not even bum fights, bro. It was more in depth than bum fights. So it was like, yo, they would interview these niggas, like they would talk to them, they would find out, like, yo, when you get your first hit. Like, you would hear some of these stories from these crackheads, bro, and they tell you, like, yo, I was just smoking a blunt with my man, and my man laced the blunt. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, if you hear some of the stories of how they got addicted to it, and to see the condition in which they were in at that time, bro, oh my gosh. It's about a documentary. Crackheads Going Wild. I ain't the only one. Now, I you know what I'm saying? Like, no, granted, we from the crack, you know what I'm saying? I'm out the crack era, bro, so it was a little intriguing, you know what I mean? Like some Discovery Channel shit, you know what I mean, at the time. So I copped it when I copped it. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, it was intriguing. Like, when you heard some of those stories, it was a little hard. Go ahead, bro.
They had one of them Oh, let me do an introduction too. Billy Ray Valentine, Brickyard, Philadelphia.
Yeah, yo, this a mashup right now because we got a show right behind us, so we done it.
Oh,
We
okay,
done it.
quick.
We done at 8. So like, yo, we good though.
Okay,
We good.
cool. All right. Yeah. It was a documentary on HBO back then a while ago, like years ago with white people on it that was talking about crack, and they was in depth following people around. They was following people around and all that, and I used to think that was the worst thing you could possibly go through is being on drugs. But like you said, mental health and drug abuse is linked. But I want to take a different look at it as far as like we know that usually somebody has mental issues or something when they decide to use drugs. There's a lot of trauma there or whatever that causes that. But when you just isolate drug abuse and mental health, I think mental health, somebody that's dealing with mental health, it's a lot harder to deal with that than just than a quote unquote crackhead or drug abuser, because it's a reason I can point to a reason why the crackhead acting the way he acting. If we separate him from the crack, then he might go back to being perfectly normal.
Absolutely,
they can have productive lives. Even crackheads sometimes, I mean a lot of times, be functional crackheads. They have
crackhead. Yo, crackheads in 2024 is respectable.
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, to a degree. Crackheads had ambition. You know what I'm saying? Despite what the end goal was, they was ambitious. These new things is different, bro. Like, nah, it ain't that.
And they younger. And they not on crack. They on shit that seem like it's worse.
Yeah.
Because it's making them become paranoid.
Yeah.
That paranoid, them prescription drugs and all that, like that shit is something different.
Like crackheads used to be competition, bro. Like they was out there cutting grass. You know what I'm saying? And shoveling snow, yo. Like that was our hustle money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like real rap, washing cars and you know what I mean? And everything else, bro. Like, no, yo, that was our hustle. Like, yo, nah, bro. We was out there competing with crackheads. But on some today, night and day, bro. It ain't none of that. Like, I would say this. Like, you can't be entitled and a dope fiend. The two don't work together. You know what I'm saying?
That's the worst combination.
That's the worst combination, bro. You can't be entitled and a dope fiend, bro. It don't work like that. It just don't. So, you know, like I see people in situations all over, bro. Like I see all types of stuff, man. You know, like I done seen all types of different family situations. Just from me being in the field. But, you know, like even now with like the immigrant crisis, like, yo, bro, even some of the Spanish immigrants, bro, the Spanish people still going to go look out for them, bro. You know what I'm saying? They still going to go look out for them. Like, they may not house them, but, yo, bro, they're going to go feed them. They're going to make sure that they're fed, that they got every supply. I see it every day. Bro. Despite, you can see an immigrant family. I seen, yo, bro, no lie, this is yesterday. I seen the same lady who show up with her daughter and say that she homeless, she ain't got nowhere to go and all that. And you can tell she an immigrant, bro. Her nails was done. Her nails was done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, her nails, like she didn't have Cardi B nails, right? They wasn't like Cardi B nails like all these the trendy shit all these women be rocking. But her nails was filed sharp. You know what I mean? They was sharp. They was filed, like freshly done. And I was just sitting there, like, me observing, because I see it every day. I'm like, yo, ain't nobody peeped this yet.
She got to use them nails to hunt. She got to use them for hunting, I guess.
Hey, bro. Yo, I swear to God, bro. Like, I was like, yo, ain't nobody peeped. Yo, her nails is done. Now, I ain't saying she faking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she not homeless. But what I'm saying is she hustling. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But what I'm saying is she hustling. I ain't knocking her hustle. I get it. But yo, the day I remember, yo, like, you can tell a crackhead when you see one, right? You can tell a crackhead when you come across one, for the most part. But like now, like, motherfuckers, they really be entitled and feel like somebody owed them something, yo. And it's like, yo, like, no one owes you anything as an adult. As an adult, no one owes you anything. You know what I mean? Real rap. So, like, when it comes, like, mental health, like, I feel for people, man. I definitely be feeling for people, but it literally comes down to a level of understanding, um, educating more people on different levels, the different levels and effects of mental health, and where they may fall in upon that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, I literally had to take psych exams before. You know what I mean? I've taken several psych exams in life, so like I know I ain't crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Clinically, I know I'm not crazy. Like, I've taken several different psychological evaluations in life as an adult, and when you break it down to people on an educational level and like try to truly understand, like, yo, this is what they're going through, or these are symptoms of blah blah blah, and when you break it down to people, like, it kind of puts it in a broad scale. Like, even then, like, yo, I ain't gonna say the name, but yo, we both know somebody who was going through something, and me and that individual had an issue, right? And instead of me sitting there broadcasting what the real issue really was, you know what I'm saying? I took it and I just made fun of the funny shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the fact that you're this. You know what I'm saying? Or you're that. Like, nah, it was never that. You know what I mean? I never broke it down to that level. You know what I'm saying? I never broke it down to that level because that wouldn't be fair. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to that.
Right.
But yeah, it wouldn't be tactful. It wouldn't be tactful. It wouldn't be fair. You know what I'm saying? But understanding, like, just for me to be looking like, oh, okay, I've seen this before. Like, this is what you're going through. But to know somebody that you know that's going through it is the hardest part. Like, I honestly, bro, like, I wish my daughter was here. Like, but I'm literally going to do a show with my daughter. I'm not going to get into all the specifics on what occurred, but yeah, I've dealt with this like firsthand. Like, and it just happened to be like the hardest part about it, bro. Like, this is at the time, like, I was working in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? I was working in the hospital at the time when it occurred, like, with my daughter. And at that time, bro, like, when she went through, bro, like, I didn't even know, like, how to, like, fathom, like, what it was. Because, like, here it is. Like, I get paid for sitting up here and being with everybody else, with other people's children that's going through this. While simultaneously, my child was going through it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was, like, the hardest dynamic for me was, like, walking into a hospital every day, dealing with other people's children that was going through whatever they was going through, bro, knowing that my daughter was going through the same thing. And that was probably, like, I couldn't take it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I couldn't take it. Like, it's just kind of like, it just kind of tapped me out. You feel me? Like, emotionally and mentally, like, this shit was draining, bro, because, like, I'm thinking about what the next individual was experiencing with my child while I'm going through with somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I couldn't be there as a parent for a child that I've been there for since day one, not being able to be there was the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when you gotta have someone else tell you about a kid that you raised, bro, like, that shit is hard, bro. It's hard. Like, that, like, man, what? Like, nah, man. Nah, bro. So, like, I understand, man. So, yo, for any and everybody, yo, like, we here, man. Like, yo, we understand. I understand, bro. Like, it's hard out here, man. Like, and people need to vent. People need to get that off, man. Because, like, yo, we see and experience things today that is just flat out traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? And we got to call it for what it is. It's traumatizing. And with trauma, you got to digest it. You know what I mean? You got to digest it and process it and find a solution, find a way for you to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, just flat out. Like, take it for what it is, process it, and get rid of it, you know, and then move on. But, like, we've been desensitized and told that we're supposed to be a certain way for so long. I think this is kind of like the aftermath of, like, that's like kind of like there's just the pot boiling over, like the just the number of people that you see today, man, that's dealing with mental health issues, alongside drug issues. But it's just kind of like the pot just boiling over, bro. It was bound to happen. Like, they just changed. The war on drugs was an illusion. It's not even a war. I would say, like, even now, like, they only care about people getting high now because fentanyl started killing white people. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. Like, before then, they didn't care about that, bro. They just didn't. If it wasn't for fentanyl, and I ain't gonna say majority, right? But a lot of the addicts and things that you see just happen to be white.
Message.
That part. You know what I'm saying? And literally, that's the only reason why, like, it's a whole campaign now on all this drug-free shit, is because it's really knocking off white people. When crack dropped, it affected them, but it was mainly affected the black community because that was the goal. But the fentanyl epidemic, bro, it wasn't planned from the USA. It came, like, it's an attack on the USA, which is why it became an epidemic now. Because this is an out-of-the-country thing now. So the United States is being attacked from different angles with the fentanyl epidemic. Just keeping it real, but, you know. Yo, salute to any and everybody, yo. Like, you got somebody, a family member, or whomever, yo. And I'm pretty sure we all do in some form of phase, you know. But there's plenty of resources out here. We are going to have a drug counselor come in here and talk about the actual fentanyl epidemic and the effects that it's having in the community.
I definitely got some questions for that when we do that. I got a lot of questions for that.
Yeah, but when we do, but they keep it real. They didn't care about when it was our people that was ODing. They didn't care about that. They locked them up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until they own started dropping, and it was their kids and their kids' friends, you know what I'm saying, that started dropping to where it became an epidemic. It's only an epidemic because it affected white people. You know what I'm saying? It's just flat out what it is, man. But, yo, everybody got a story to want to come back to that, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everybody got a story to come back to that. Go ahead.
I think I disclosed something. I was told that I disclosed something. I did it unconsciously on one of our previous shows about what the thing I'm going through that help inspire, you know, this topic. And I want to apologize because I felt somebody said that with mental health and things like that, anything that happens, anything that like disclosing any type of information is like shunned upon because of the person that is involved might not be okay with it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize about that, but I also just wanted to disclose some things because I'm a human. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to let people know, like, I want to let people know what's going on in my life because I want to be able to help somebody else. That's why we do shows like this.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that if I don't, I'm by me disclosing information or opening up, making myself vulnerable, I'm opening up to also receive help and advice from other people that might have been through it. So
absolutely,
bro. When I told you, I talked to you about it, and out of all the people, you one of the people that made me feel, and they made me feel like it was light at the end of the tunnel because of your success story with you and yourself and your daughter, and her going through that, and now everything she come out and she's a respectable young lady,
Absolutely.
and she was able to overcome that. And I just would, hope for that with my situation.
Absolutely.
I just look forward to that.
Nah, it's gonna get better, yo. Like it comes with age, bro. It comes with age. You know what I'm saying? And like so, everything that he's going through now is going to mold him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help mold him into the man that he needs to be. You know what I mean? Like this is just a bump in the road. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk to my daughter now, bruh, and like you never thought that we ever had an issue. You know what I mean? Like we ever had any type of issue, like any type of conflict. Like we're closer than we ever were. You know what I mean? And like I'm so thankful for that because that's what really mattered. But like it's really
absolutely.
Like, yo, what you instill in them, bro, you have to trust on what you instilled in them. And that's like that, yo, it's hard. It's so hard, bro. Like to honestly trust, but like, yo, that's honestly what I did with my daughter. I'm like, yo, I know what I put into my kid. I know who I raised. You know what I'm saying? I know who I raised. I know what I put into you. And even though they gonna make their mistakes and they go through what they go through, bro, like I'm thankful for trusting my instinct and knowing when to say, all right, I'm gonna fall back.
That's
you know
what I'm learning. That's where I gotta learn that part.
Yo, when you learn to fall back, bro.
As a parent, like that shit is the worst. That's the toughest part. Just fall back. When you gotta let him, you gotta let them situation because they adults now. At this point. So you gotta step back and let them go.
Yep.
And just let them
whatever happens. It out.
Whatever happens and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. It's hard, bro. It's hard, yo. But I promise you, this probably like one of the best decisions I ever made. You know what I mean? Was to trust what I knew, who I raised my daughter to be, and despite the environment she may have been in and anything that else was going on in that's what persevered throughout. You know what I mean? And that's what persevered at the end of the day. Is her, like, who I raised her to be, what I instilled in her, like everything I showed her, I put into her. That still thrived at the end of the day. So what she was going through was essentially a phase. Essentially a phase, you know what I mean? And the young lady that I wanted her to be, the values that I instilled in her are still in her, and those values are prevalent in her to this day. And that's why she is the way she is. And I can't do nothing but be thankful for that. You know what I mean? Like I'm thankful for that.
Right.
Thankful, bro. Like, yo, like you gotta trust. You gotta trust, you know what I'm saying? And I know where your head at. I know what you put into your young boy, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be good, bro. You're gonna be good, man. It take patience, bro. Like just knowing, getting comfortable in that space to be like, yo, you know what? I gotta step back. You know what I'm saying? Like when I told you about that time, bro, shit was torture. You know what I'm saying? It was complete torture. But at the end of the day, I knew that that's what was going to pay dividends. Instead of just going back to responding back and forth, instead of just going back and forth like how me and her mom was doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, okay, all right. That's how you feel? No problem. I'm way more comfortable with you there than you outside. You know what I'm saying? And that it was that point in time where she figured out like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
Everybody's saying the same thing. Right? You're gonna figure it out once you step back.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Yeah. I'm optimistic. Honestly, I'm not really optimistic. The way I feel right now, I'm not optimistic, but y'all hearing from you and hearing from other people that experience it helps me to consider it. But like, this is it's like a worst nightmare.
I know, bro. Like, yo, I'm gonna tell you a true story. 2 weeks ago, I'm at work. I'm probably like 30, 35 miles outside of where I live at, working in the spot. I see one of my old kids that I used to mentor in the hospital. On a humble. So they tell you, but I don't work there no more, so I ain't care. I ain't worked there in years. You know what I'm saying? So they tell you, like, yo, if you see him in public, yo, don't say nothing to him. But this particular kid, I had a really good relationship with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I ain't seen it in years. I seen it just out in the public, yo, thriving, bro. everything. Yo, I seen her. I was like, yo, I tapped her, gave her a hug. Come to find out she just had a baby. I got to meet her baby father. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this shook young man hand. Like, hey, bro, she a good girl, man. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. But I just had to say, for kids that I've invested into, you know what I'm saying? That I put energy into, you know what I mean? Like that they parents wasn't able to reach them, yo, but maybe I was.
Right.
It was she was one of them kids. I just happened to bump into her. Yo, I'm thankful for that part. So it's like, yo, like kids go through what they go through, bro. Like we've all gone through it. You know what I mean? Now our era was a little different. Like it wasn't so welcoming. You know what I mean? To say the least. We didn't have this ability to really come. We weren't encouraged to really be open about how we felt. You know what I mean? During our era. But now you build a relationship with these kids. I seen Shorty. I was like, yo, I'm just happy to see you. I'm just happy to see you alive. I'm happy to see you doing good. You're not locked up. You just had a baby. You're a regular functioning member of society. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Which I knew you could be.
Right.
Which I knew you could be. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm like, it's that part, bro. It's that part for me. So like, yeah. Yo, we do have a show dedicated to Palestine coming up soon. Peace to Palestine. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was real hesitant. I like trying to address the issue, right? But I felt the same way about the day Corinne Gaines got murdered. You know what I'm saying? I felt the same way the day Eric Garner got murdered. You know what I mean? Like the same sentiment, like still like resides in my belly. Like when it comes to that, bro. So like, nah, we gonna tackle it. We gonna tackle it our way. You know what I mean? Like we gonna do. We got some guests coming on. We gonna have a panel. We gonna do a panel style, yo, and we gonna do a show dedicated to Palestine, man. Peace to Palestine, bro. Go ahead. We gonna go ahead and get your social media out, bro. We about to close out. And
right.
Yo, we will be back. This is a short version show this week, but yo, I promise.
That's my
bad.
It's
It's a lot more coming. Yo, I swear it on whomever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? It's way more coming, man. So just stay tuned. This is the Melvinaire Podcast, man. Yo, follow us. But go ahead, get your handles out, bro, before we close out.
Facebook, Billy Ray Valentine. IG, Billy Ray Valentine _B1. Twitter, Billy Ray 215.
Alrighty, man. And shout out to the team, man. Shout out DJ Bruce Wayne. Shout out Self Care Snob. Knowledge Born Out Loud. Apple Black King. Kev Will. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody, man. Sean Dawn. Sean Dawn out here somewhere in the world, bro. Yo, Sean out here somewhere, yo, doing something wild, frivolous. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to bro, man. But yeah, man, Can't Knock the Muscle _43 on IG. Melvinaire _podcast on IG. The _Melvinaire on X. And yo, next week, another dope show. We just get back in the groove of things, man. But it's about to turn up. It's about to get warm. We're about to turn up, man. It's about to get warm, yo. Things is definitely coming. Shout out to moderators, yo. Shout out to team. Shout out to Facebook group. Yo, shout out everybody, yo. We on every streaming platform, yo. If you can't catch the audio, make sure you download the audio.
We got merch. Tell them about the merch.
Man, we got merch coming, man. Yo, it's going to be a hot summer. You can't, yo, listen. See this? The new Melvinaire order, yo. We out here, man. So, like, yo, listen. You can't officially be a Melvinaire, yo, without, you know what I'm saying? Without definitely repping the flag, man. We got merch coming officially, man. So, like, yo, be on the lookout for that. Website gonna be up soon. Yo, it's just gonna get bigger, man. It's just gonna get bigger, man. That's all I can promise. That's what we want to do. Yeah, man. Merch definitely coming. A lot of fly stuff, bro. So like this is regular. This is regular. You know what I'm saying? But we got some stuff coming, man. So listen, we appreciate you all. Please hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, share the show with somebody you love. We will be back next week, 7 p.m. You never know who's going to pop up. Actually, check this out. You never know who's going to pop up. So this is the thing could be one of your favorite rappers, community activists, businessmen and women to the shooters and savages, bro. That's a fact, bro. It's the Melvinaire Podcast, man. We catch y'all next week, man. Peace, love, and salute.
Salute.